The Young and the Restless spoilers. Paul Williams starts investigating Chance Chancellor. CBS. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Genoa City Police Chief Paul Williams Doug Davidson will start investigating Chance Chancellor Donnie Boaz in an upcoming episode of Y&R. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Billy Abbott's expose of Adam Newman is viral, and Part 2 is about Las Vegas. Viewers will recall despite the efforts of both Adam and Victor Newman, Mark Grossman, Eric Braeden to squash Part 2 of the expose, they were unsuccessful. Part 2 deals with Adam's time in Las Vegas as Spider and the missing man, whose widow spoke to Alyssa Montalvo, Maria Di Domenico, about her suspicions. Adam and Chance had both been in Las Vegas at that time, and the man had tried to attack Chance, and Adam attacked him and saved his life. However, the man died. It would have been a case of self-defense, or at least defense of another, but Chance and Adam covered it up. The man's body has not to date been found, and when the story broke, the Las Vegas police contacted Paul. Now Chance is worried. He has already sold his private investigation business and cannot restart another one because of a non-competition clause he wrote into the original business's contract. He discussed this with his very serious girlfriend Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, who had told him he should cut ties with Adam as it could hurt his chances at the job with the GCPD. He refused to because Adam had saved his life. If they had reported it instead of covered it up, there may not have been this problem now. Y&R spoilers. Chance Chancellor is afraid Paul Williams will rescind his job offer. In the weekly preview, Chance asks Paul if he is rescinding the job offer, but Paul may be more understanding than Chance would expect. If Paul thinks back to his younger years, he had a few misunderstandings and bumps in his police work career as well. There was the time that his nude pose for his wife at the time, Lauren Fenmore, Tracy E. Bregman, showed up on a calendar in the police department, embarrassing him, his father, who was the police chief then, and his mother. Nikki Reed, now Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, had been a stripper in her younger years and caught a venereal disease from him. This was long before Victor Newman came to town. Paul then started his own private detective history. He eventually married another woman, Cassandra Hall Rollins, Nina Arvison, but dated her unaware her husband was a client of his, George Rollins, Jonathan Farwell. He found out the hard way when he was invited to dinner at the Rollins house. Paul and Cassandra fooled around behind George's back, and then George was murdered. Guess who was the prime suspect? Paul. Victor was in town by that time and good friends with Paul, and guessed correctly he'd been set up, and through a series of machinations got him off the suspect list. Adrian Hunter, Mark Derwin, was later arrested, once they were able to get him back from England to the US. The Chance may be surprised when Paul may hire him anyway, and maybe even help prove the man was killed in his defense, if they ever find his body. After all, he hired Kevin Fisher, Greg Reichardt, and he had a whole string of felonies in his past.